Today we're going to do a little bit of artwork on King Tutankhamun. He was a king in the ancient Egyptian times, and we're going to just touch a little bit about who he was before we start our artwork. King Tutankhamun was the pharaoh of Egypt for 10 years. The word pharaoh means king. He became pharaoh at the age of 9 and died at the age of 19, so he was very, very young when he ruled, not much older than you. He changed many cruel rules which were put into place by his father, so he's believed to have been a very liked pharaoh by the people. Tutankhamun was buried in a small tomb, which is a room underground. His tomb was found where they call the Valley of the Kings, and this is where all of the pharaohs' tombs were found. Ancient Egyptians believed that pharaohs should take their belongings to the afterlife with them. The tomb's antechambers were packed to the ceiling with more than 5,000 artefacts, including furniture, chariots, clothes, weapons, and gold. These artefacts are kept in museums around the world. If you want to do a little bit more research, we are going to have a little look on Monday, but there are lots and lots of bits on the National Geographic website, including, I believe, a virtual tour of his tomb. So that might be something we look at on Monday. Mummification was what the ancient Egyptians did to their dead, and this means to preserve the body. They removed all of the organs and the brain, they stored them in jars, they dried the body using salt, and then they wrapped it in bandages. The bodies were then put in a sarcophagus, which is similar to a coffin. You can see on the picture there, that is King Tutankhamun's coffin. Now, because he was a king, because he was a pharaoh, he had a solid gold sarcophagus and mask. And you will see that mask there is one of the most famous icons of King Tutankhamun. Today, we're going to have a little go at drawing that mask. Now, I've got a step-by-step guide for you here to have a go with. This is what you will end up with, hopefully. Okay, now the first thing you need to do before you start drawing is you need to split your page into 8 pieces. Now, what I would do is I would fold it in half along here, so put the 2 edges together to make it thinner. Then you need to fold it in half like a card along this one, and if once you're there, you fold it in half again. When you open your paper back up, you should end up with 8 lines that look like this, or sorry, 5 lines, but it'll have 8 boxes that look like this, and then you can start drawing. That way you're going to get an even picture. You need to draw his face first, then you're going to start to draw the mask, and this shows you whereabouts in each box. If you look where the lines are in each box, you should get a nice figure. It goes on through the stages and shows you exactly what you need to draw. Okay, until you get to the final result. Once you get there, I'd like you to colour it in and then send your pictures to the Year 4 email.